Hi folks, Chris Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com, the ChrisVossShow.com. Current blog post we want to share with you, of course, review the latest in social media and technology. This is from our good friends at Griffin. You can go to their website at griffintechnology.com. That's griffintechnology.com. You can also see other wonderful products in your local Apple store. Now, I reviewed a few of their products in the past before. We just saw these guys at CES. Really excited about some of the products they had. In fact, we're one of the first companies to partner with Apple to be able to get access to the Lightning connector and be able to utilize it in their devices. I believe Apple only picked like 5 top people at the very first to be able to gain an entry to being able to license the Lightning connector. Now they've sent us a couple units. One's really new, doesn't come with the box. It's actually one we'll be reviewing. It's the Lightning connector with a car charger to be able to plug into your car. So we'll be doing that on a separate post, as well as a separate post for the 3mm USB to Lightning cable and the Survivor military case clip. This is really crazy looking. So let's get into each of these and be sure to search for them when we're done for the other reviews as we do them. Okay, so what we're going to do is review the Griffin charge and sync cable. This is a 3-meter USB to Lightning cable, and of course this will work for your iPod, iPhone, and iPad, whichever ones you have that are using the newest and latest iOS Lightning connector. And so the really cool thing about this is when Apple gives you the cables, they're pretty short when they come with the products. Looks like we have some warranty policies here that come with this. So we'll set those aside for now. And so the beautiful thing is, by getting your Griffin cord, you can have a nice long cord, which is really great. I'm going to really look forward to this because I got all these short cords, and it looks like this is really heavy duty too. My Lightning cables have already frayed. They've already frayed, and they're really cheaply made by Apple. I hate to say it, Apple, you got to make better cords. But the beautiful thing is you can go to Griffin and get awesome cords. Look how thick that baby is, and I can tell you it's heavy-duty cords. So this baby is not going to fray like what you'd find with the cheap Apple cords. And I like how they have the flange kind of ends to them. It makes it easy to grab and pull out. As you can see the angle there. And of course you've got your micro or your Lightning connector there. And look how long this baby is. This thing's huge, 3 meters long. I could play jump rope with this thing. Here, let me see. I'm going to see if I can play jump rope. You know, I can play jump rope with this thing, and I'm a big guy. So what we're going to do is we're going to test this out, play with it, give it a Beatman treatment, and we're going to just see how it goes. But I love how heavy duty it is. The whole cord is really thick and heavy duty, and we're going to compare it to a Lightning cables that we have, and I think you'll see a tremendous amount of difference in them. So we'll test it out and let you know what we think. Okay, so in testing out the Griffin Technology 3-meter USB to Lightning cable, this thing is pretty freaking awesome. I'm super happy. I gotta tell you, I'm happy. I love getting away from these cheap Apple cords. Now, like I mentioned, I've already frayed the original one I got with, I believe it was the iPhone 5. This is a secondary one I got for another device. But I've already frayed it right in here. As you probably know, those of you who buy Apple products, it's the most favorite place to fray is right in here. It gets really nasty and ugly, and wires get exposed and everything. And you don't even have to have the product for more than like 2 months, and it does that. Now, let me show you the real difference here in quality and why you really want to take the Griffin over the Apple product. Now, you can see here it's got a much better handle grip on the Griffin product. It's also got this nice flange where it's just a flat little slidey piece that's hard to grip when you have big fingers like mine. And so you can see here it's got this angled flange to it. Now you can see the cording is incredibly much thicker. In fact, we can just kind of hold it up that way. And you can see that this is, going all the way around. This is a much bigger and better cord with the Griffin than it is with the Apple. And it feels much more sturdy too. It doesn't feel like the cheap plastic this thing does. It's just this simple thin plastic. It feels like a really heavy duty cable that's going to last and take some punishment, and the whole cable is pretty much built that way. So I can tell you that investing in a Griffin Technology cable is going to be a whole lot smarter than investing in the Apple cable. And of course, you get the Apple cables for free with the products. Now, I don't know if there's anything really different in the plug. I imagine they're the same, but I got to tell you, for some reason, the Griffin feels a little bit snugger to me. Maybe because it's new and this one's a little worn down. But this one does feel snugger. It's possible they could have updated the width and size they were using, or materials or something, to make the new product snugger. But it does feel more solid with this, where this one tends to move around on me. And like I said, it could just be I've used this one a lot and maybe it's worn down a little bit. But yeah, it just feels like a whole better product overall. Thumbs up. Be sure to tell them Chris Voss sent you. Go to griffintechnology.com. That's griffintechnology.com. Tell our good friends over there that we sent you. 3-meter USB to Lightning cable. Love it. We've loved the other products they've sent us. Be sure to search for those reviews on the Chris Voss Show and on our YouTube channel. The Survivor case and the car charger with the Lightning adapter. Really awesome. And they always make great products. Be sure to see some of the other things we've reviewed. The beacon we've reviewed from Griffin, and you can just search for Griffin on the chrisvossshow.com. Be sure to check back often to all the latest and greatest products that we take and review. Thanks for coming by. See you next time.